Tonight on the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast.
He's muted.
I'm muted, but I'm back.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
All right. Tonight on the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast.
Board games for your kids, or should you watch out for your kids?
Easter eggs all around.
Hey, if I give you $10, can I cut in line?
And now, the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at. We hope you're having a great time. And it's time to join the Delirious Dads Gaming Podcast, where we get delirious, we do some dadding, and we do some gaming. And tonight,
And we're podcasting.
And it's evening time for us. It is August 19th, 2019. That's a Monday. So you may be listening to this later on. But we got you. We got some gaming news tonight. The gaming news that matters. There's some controversy going on yet again in the gaming world. It's great. And then Hunter is going to be challenging our gaming brains for some Easter eggs and pulling our legs.
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Are we smart?
Time for Ryan to redeem himself.
Yeah.
I think Ryan's like 0 for 10 on this podcast.
No, the Easter egg ones is the one I win. I never win the regular trivia.
He does a little better at the Easter eggs. Yeah.
Oh.
I got to give him credit for that. And then Ryan is going to bring us some G&G, some gadgets and gifts.
Mm-hmm.
So,
They're more like G&G, games and gifts. I don't know. They're not much for gadgets this time. But they're going to be in that category and segment of the show.
It's not going to be as awesome as D&D, but it's going to be G&G.
What's D&D?
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, okay.
That's for our
all these initials made me think different things.
Oh, okay.
Which isn't as good as Triple D, but...
Oh, wow. Keeping it family friendly right there. I like it.
I'm talking about Guy Fieri's show.
Oh.
Yeah, Triple D's. Diners, Dives, and Dumps, or whatever it's called.
Diners, Dives, and Dumps. I think he had to quit that show because of his cholesterol, didn't he? But they were finally like, hey, you're killing yourself, bro, because you're constantly eating awesome food.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have quit the show. I would have just went to bulimic for a little while and then quit the show. Made a couple more mil before my teeth got completely rotten.
There you go.
And then boom.
Not bad. Not bad. Poor Guy Fieri.
We're not advocating
Ferreria?
Bulimicy?
Bulimia.
Bulimia.
Bologna.
Guy Fiera.
Guy Fiera. Okay. Oh, that's.
It's actually Guy Fieri.
That's Giganto Fierio.
Guy Fieri.
Giganticism.
Guys, if you're new to the podcast, that's an inside joke between Ryan and us. Because
it's not inside. It was on the podcast live.
It was live.
So it's for everybody who's listening.
It didn't get edited. It's out there for the world.
All 1,000 listeners.
Yes. Sweet goodness. But over here in Oklahoma, it's still 100+ degrees outside. Yep. So if you want to come die, just come to Oklahoma. Or if you want to be confused and be dehydrated.
Since we're talking about confusing, why is it always it's going to be 98 today, feel like 132? Well, then isn't it going to be 132?
That's what I always thought.
All of us feel temperature from our feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Is there another way we register temperature?
Yeah, don't try to make me feel better with your numbers, okay?
Yeah.
Right.
What I feel is what I feel.
Well, scientifically, it's 98 degrees.
It's not good.
Yeah, but if you add moisture to it, there's always moisture to it. Isn't there always moisture?
The wind, it's 22 degrees outside, but the wind chill is going to make it feel like -8. It's going to be a good day.
It's -8.
It's going to be a good day, John.
Yeah. Right? I mean, if you're outside, you need to dress like it's -8. We don't care about the 22. We want to know about the -8.
Right.
I'll take -8 over 105 any day.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Because that's my money-making season. Christmas season is upon us. It's August, and I've been getting estimates and calls like crazy already.
You're ready to go ahead and start putting it up. Yeah.
Yep.
It's going to be putting up them lights so Santa Claus will have a lit path.
Yep.
But it's August, and we're talking about games, guys. lots and lots of games. So it's going to be big. It's going to be delirious. It's going to be exciting.
It's going to be huge.
It's going to be huge. But before we forget, before we move on, I want to let you guys know we have our giveaway going right now for some Kicker earbuds.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
So we got 7 days left in that. Next Monday, we will be announcing a winner on the podcast. So you guys need to get in there and enter. The ways to enter is simple. Go to our website, sign up on our sign-up form at the very bottom, which will send an email address to us that you register.
Is that called a sign-up form, or is it called a subscription? Or what is that?
I did sign up for them because you got subscriptions for the iTunes.
Gotcha.
It should be confusing.
But on our website, it says sign up.
Yeah, it says sign up form in the Delirious Dads text.
Yeah.
And then on the iTunes, go to iTunes and rate us and review us. And then once you do that, send me the information via email at clinton@deliriousdadsgaming.com and let me know what your title.
Or you can post it on the
was.
Facebook page, right? They can message a picture of it.
You can message it. You can message through there. Whichever way you want to get the info to me, and you will be entered in the contest. And it's going to be awesome. So
are these like cheapo earbuds? I mean, are they like from Walmart?
No, these are from Kicker.
That's right.
Yeah, these are good earbuds.
We got a little value going on. Yeah, good ones.
Yeah, these are better than your iPhone.
Yeah, these are nice earbuds. And on top of that, guys, we are not doing, what do you call it, share and like our Facebook stuff to get entered. We're doing the review and we're doing the sign up because it gives us a better contact and better information with you guys and connection. But at the same time, we do want you to share and like our page. Yes. Share this. What do you call it? Drawing contest with everybody and help us grow, help promote it, and help promote us. We'd appreciate it.
Yep. So with that said, let's go on to the news.
All right.
Leaks for Geeks. Well, guys, we talked about the weather. We talked about contests that you can enter and get free merch. And now we're talking about gaming news. And there's quite a bit going on. As Monday goes, I have noticed a trend. The news just kind of builds up on Mondays. And so we got a lot of news going down the pike. The first thing going on is we got Gamescom starting tomorrow, August 20th. And it's going to last till August 24th. But there's been announcements that have been going off early today on live streams from different developers, Nintendo, that kind of thing. But one of the ones we're going to cover next week, we'll cover Gamescom in more detail. But this week, I'm just touching on a little something that I saw pass by the feed when we were getting ready for the show. Google Stadia, which is the cloud gaming service we've talked about several times on this show.
I've been excited for it.
Yeah, they've announced today that officially Cyberpunk 2077 is going to be releasing on Google Stadia. So that's
my boy Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, so that's a big gaming title. It's going to be able to be played on Google Stadia when it comes out. So, and the launch is close. Google Stadia's, right around the corner. It seems like it's going to be a $10 subscription. Some of the games also that will be coming out with it is an indie puzzle game called Kine. Orcs Must Die 3, which is going to be an exclusive to Stadia. You got Windjammers 2, and that's going to be an upcoming reboot of Destroy All Humans, which is an older game. And then they also announced that Borderlands 3 will be coming out on Stadia, as well as Mortal Kombat 11 and The Grid.
Seems like there might have even been a few more we talked about before from Unreal, because they were doing the Unreal subscription thing. And
I think
I can't remember what all they are, but I think it's older games. No new games other than what's it called? Is Borderland Unreal?
No.
I didn't think so. So I don't think there is any big new game from Unreal that I remember saying coming out on there.
I guess that's some of the backlash that I heard. I haven't personally seen much on my end, but because I'm kind of pumped about it. But I guess some of the fans, like in the Reddit posts and stuff, one said, "Why did I even bother watching the stream? Just a big waste of time." And he kind of complains that there's really not much going on. Basically, they messed up the stream. I guess one of the things they said was the stream was a little glitchy, and they had some stuttering and lag issues with the stream today. And so people were like, "Wait a minute, you're the cloud gaming company that's promising, flawless gaming, and you can't put out the stream right now." So, and then one of the other big complaints, of course, they're just saying there's not a lot of big titles coming out immediately with the launch. So not a lot. Why would I subscribe early when there's older games to play that I can just play on my console I already have?
Gotcha.
I could just wait until Cyberpunk 2077 comes out. So that's some of the criticism going around. But the gaming industry right now, it's kind of it's just kind of tough. It's tough to, I think, please everybody. And with how instant the internet is these days, people can just kind of voice whatever they want. I think it's probably harder than it used to be.
I think they're getting held to a higher and higher standard just because of the fact that there's more competition than there ever used to be.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. We're used to having the best, and so we want the best.
Well, and used to your PC gamers were separate from your console gamers, and that was like two different worlds almost. Those worlds have collided in the last 5 years, and so now everybody's kind of competing for the same games,
same markets,
for the same markets.
Games,
it's different.
Yep, that's true. That's true. Hunter, you have any input on that? What's your thoughts on Google Stadia?
I think exactly what you're saying is like that's a little scary that they can't get it together.
It doesn't look good on them. Yeah,
this. I mean, especially with what we talked about. I don't know how long ago it was on this podcast how psyched we are for a company that would blow Shadow out of the water. So are we sure they're going to do that still? So it's just a little unsettling,
yeah. But hey, the good thing though is Google has deep pockets, so hopefully they'll stick with it. But I've heard other people's opinions of Google has a habit of if an app isn't working, something's not working, then they'll just kind of pull back on their support of it, and then eventually just shut it down if it's not something that's working in the long run. So
I think they do that on small stuff for sure, like software plans, changes for the phones and the Google system and the way it's going to operate. Even Google stuff for the web browser, right? They may introduce something big and new like Google Docs, different versions, and then it kind of takes a dump and they just drop it and they go back to what was working.
So hopefully they don't do that with Stadia.
Well, I haven't ever seen them do it with anything big. Like I didn't see them do it with the Pixel phone. I've never seen them do it with like big changes, big moves. They've stuck with
it. How were those launches? Were they pretty successful though? Like, was there traction there?
The Pixel had a really bad launch. Like when it first came out, it was one of those like, what are they doing? Stick to software. Why are they making hardware? And now it's one of the top phones. Yeah. And so well, hopefully, I think we've seen both things from Google.
Yeah. Well, hopefully, like I said, that's also looking at criticism for people who are already not thrilled with what they've put out right now. So you're going to get kind of a different perspective of that. And then later people will be like, yeah, I knew it was going to succeed.
We're getting closer and closer to the launch, too. So people are getting a little like, I paid for that early bird deal.
Right.
And so I want to see those games roll out.
Yeah, yeah. And this is the the last big gaming conference they're going to have where they can announce anything big like that. That's going to be, where people can come and play. So
now Gamescom versus E3 in scale. E3 is quite a bit bigger, is it not? Or is that just me thinking that? Or are they both? I know they're both the two like big ones, but is there a difference really size wise and how much content comes out in each one?
Oh, that I'm not sure of. I always thought E3 was bigger, but I may have a bias. I always felt like E3 was more commercialized, so I'm not sure how big. If you compared the two, Gamescom may be a little smaller. I'm not sure, But right now, E3 is going to go through some growing pains anyway, so they got their own bag of tricks they got going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, so we'll see how Stadia does. I'm still hopeful and looking on the positive for it. It's still a good option for people that want to play high-end graphics. So, if they don't have the funds
I'm excited
right
about it for getting back to a little bit of TV gaming.
Yeah.
Stadia will kind of fill my console role, probably.
Scratch that itch. Yep. If you guys like Resident Evil, there's some Resident Evil news going around. There was and I saw the picture on Facebook that was kind of circulating around. There's been reports of Resident Evil becoming a series on Netflix.
Yes, we talked about that.
Yep, and it's kind of circulated around back in January. Well, now there's news of a movie reboot. A reboot of the movie franchise. Screen Rant asked the director Johannes Roberts. He was previously responsible for some smaller scale movies like 47 Meters Down and Forest of the Damned about the untitled RE project. His name was attached to it on IMDb as one of the directors. And he says, we are in active development of that at the moment. I pitched it to them to take, and they really loved it. So we're just gearing up on the movie as we speak, and I'm in the office all the time working on it. So yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be super scary, and it's getting back to the roots of the game. I think at the moment, I'm not allowed to say much more than that. So. There you go.
For me, the movies were good for the first couple, and then they just went off a crazy. We're just going to go as crazy as
sci-fi.
We can possibly
went
get.
Sci-fi.
Yeah, it was too much for me. I even tried rewatching them a while back. I got to the same one that I stopped at last time and couldn't take it. Yeah. I was like, nope, it's just that.
It was fantasy sci-fi or something. I don't know. Yeah,
it wasn't Resident Evil.
No, not for me. So I'm excited. If they're going to do this, I hope they do it right. Let's stick to the story of the game. We want to see our game characters come to life on a live action movie. That's what I've never understood about these video game adaptations where they change the stories and they rush it or they they under budget it. It's like just give us what we already love and you'll be successful. So for Nintendo Switch fans, the new Nintendo Switch Lite was coming out and all that. We talked about that in the past. Well, apparently Nintendo Switch has released a version 2 of the Nintendo Switch, which basically upgrades the battery life to 9 hours and just some software upgrades, things like that within the Nintendo Switch. Well, there was reports going around that the Nintendo Switch, there was an exchange program going on for people who've recently bought the Switch.
The one?
Huh?
The original?
Yeah, the original.
Yeah.
So basically, it's saying that they're able to swap their newly purchased, the newly purchased units for the improved model that dropped early in July. So if you had recently purchased it, they were allowing people to trade them out.
So it sounds like it's more like you have Xbox S, right, and things like that. Sounds like it's just an upgraded version of the Switch. It's not really a new.
Well, no, this was something they just updated it though. They didn't. You get what I'm saying? It would be like if I bought the PlayStation 4 and I had 500 gigs, and then they all of a sudden released another PlayStation 4 that's still PlayStation 4.
Right, that's what I mean. Change. So it's not like a whole nother console.
Right, it's still within the same realm. Gotcha. Yeah. So a slew of reports emerged last week indicating that Kyoto headquarters manufacturer has been letting users exchange Switch units purchased after July 17th for version 2, as long as they cover shipping and the shipping insurance cost. This came after the release of the quiet release, like I said, of version 2. An official spokesperson, though, came out and told The Verve that they do not have a Nintendo Switch exchange program, but then he did encourage players to contact customer support if anything ever gets in the way of enjoying your Nintendo Switch system. So it wasn't really him saying no. It's more like contact customer service, take it up with them. And so there have been people that have been saying, hey, there's been cases where they've told me they're going to allow me to do it. And, I'm an exception to the rule, that kind of stuff. So if you have a Nintendo Switch.
Buy it, and then it comes out better just right after that.
Yeah, so if you just recently bought one, go ahead and send a ticket to customer support and see if they'll help you out. But I want to report on that. Cool. That no, there's no official exchange program, but you might get lucky and they might go ahead and trade you out. So try it. The worst they can do is say no.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So in other news, recently Hunter had talked about Spider-Man on PlayStation 4. Did a review about it. Talked about how great the game itself was. He was very impressed with it. Well, the company that made that game is Insomniac Games. That's the studio that made it. Well, Sony PlayStation has acquired Insomniac Games. They bought them out.
Wow.
And so this will be, I believe, the 16th. Yeah, the 16th studio that they've bought and actually have brought into their gaming development program.
Right. So, kind of like last time we were talking about the, what do they call it? They don't call it Xbox. They might have called it Xbox Studios. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the name of when they buy them out and they become part of the team.
Yeah. And so that's what's happening with Insomniac Games. They're taking the company in. And but Insomniac Games, I was kind of surprised. They've made some other games that we all know and have played. They made Ratchet and Clank, the franchise of that. They did Spyro the Dragon.
Oh, really?
We love Spyro. And they also did The Resistance. And they
worked with the original one? It's crazy.
Yep. And they've worked with Sony for over 20 years. So it's not like they didn't have a partnership already. So it sounds
they just became exclusive.
Yeah, it sounds like Sony was like, hey, we want you guys. We'll take everything over. We'll give you a good pension.
Nice.
Something to that effect. So they're growing. And so that's something that's happening within the industry too. You're seeing these smaller developmental companies that are getting bought up by the big studios.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of how it works in movie stuff too, like Warner Brothers and these big ones. They actually own like 14, 15 different other studios that are good at this thing or good at that thing.
Right.
You know what I mean?
My only concern is always creativity when you start doing that. That's been kind of the complaint with some fans of Warcraft or, Blizzard. They say, well, they went with Activision, and so now there's that. Activision does it their way, Blizzard does it their way, and so people feel like Blizzard has changed their model over the years. But, hey, that's growing pains. When you're successful, things get harder and harder to manage, so things have to change, I think. But, yeah, so we're talking about Blizzard. Mentioned them. Didn't even mean to, but it works out great, guys, because we got some Warcraft news. If you like World of Warcraft, we've talked about World of Warcraft Classic coming out August 27th. That's right around
coming soon.
Yep. It's right around the corner. We're talking next Tuesday, guys. Dang. So if you're going to play, just know it's going to be busy. People are pretty pumped about this. And so Blizzard's World of Warcraft had to announce and basically beg their players to please move servers. It's going to be, they're looking at the launch being so busy right now. On the Herod server, they're expecting a 10,000 login queue line for players.
Whoa.
Yes. Wow. So what that means, guys, is the server has filled up to maximum capacity, and now it starts queuing. And so we're talking 10,000 people in line waiting to get into the servers.
Oh my God.
So that's why I said earlier, if I give you $10, can I cut in line? Because that's crazy. So they are asking.
A different server. Yeah. Is that just a really popular server, I guess?
Yeah, well, it's one of what they did was they allowed people to go in early and reserve their name to log in. And so that's where they're getting their numbers from. So the name of the server, if you're wanting to know, is the Herod Realm. It's gonna be really overpopulated. So they're asking players to switch to a newly opened Stalag Realm, which is empty. So they're saying, please move. Please consider taking that because you're not going to get to play.
That'll be rough.
Yeah, would be rough. And there's really nothing they can do about it because it just has to do with how big the servers are. So, what's crazy too, so right now it's full. In the old days, a full WoW server in Classic was, in comparison to today's servers, would be about a medium round population. That's how big they've, and so that's how big that server is going to be. It's going to be huge. So, yeah, if you've reserved anything on Herod, you might want to think about getting off if you want to play Classic. So, anyway, thought that was pretty cool that we're seeing a resurgence for that. We'll see how they do with the not a reboot, but going back to nostalgia, if that really pays off for them.
It'll be a separate play, right? If I remember right, like
like
you'll have character in Classic.
You have retail updated WoW that we can play currently,
right?
And then you'll have Classic, and I believe the subscription covers both. So if you're paying the subscription, you get both games.
Okay.
So, yeah. But we're talking about controversy. I talked about it earlier. This one was crazy. I couldn't believe it as I read it. We've talked about Apex Legends on here, guys, and how, when they were big, we were talking about them a lot because they just shot up. We're doing really great on numbers. Well, then things kind of stalled out. Fortnite went and adopted a lot of the things that Apex was already doing, and we know that Fortnite's quick on them updates. And so the Battle Royale fan base just kind of dropped. Their numbers Apex Legends numbers got pretty low. Compared to what they were at. But things got worse as of yesterday, guys.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So what went down was Respawn's project lead, Drew McCoy, posted a public blog post that acknowledged that whilst the developers had hoped to monetize the game in a way that felt fair, it broke its promise by making Apex packs the only way to get what many consider to be the coolest skins that they've released. It's kind of an apology. But while McCoy admits it missed the mark in the way it had monetized Apex Legends Iron Crown collectibles, most controversially illustrated by Bloodhound's eye-wateringly expensive $170 axe. Ooh, that's not good.
Whoa.
Yeah. Ooh. They and other Respawn developers have since weighed in on the corresponding Reddit threads. And it didn't go well. It did not go well. He continued on the Reddit thread saying this. I've been in the industry... Oh, disclaimer, guys. There's going to be some explicit language that I'm about to pop out here. So if you got kids in the background and you don't want them to hear it, you might shoo them out of the room or just skip past this part entirely, okay? He says, I've been in the industry long enough to remember when players weren't complete asshats to developers, and it was pretty neat. I forged a bunch of long-lasting relationships from back then. McCoy replied to one comment, would be awesome to get back there and not engaging with toxic people or asking how high when a mob screams jump is hopefully a start. So it's fine for you all to call us liars, full of shit, and personal attacks when we communicate an apology and update to the event, but we're immature when we call people out on it. Got it, added community manager Jay Frischette. I think that's how you say his name. A number of most inflammatory comments have seemingly since been deleted, but the exchanges were heated enough to prompt this open letter to the development team from Apex community. They said this: you committed the ultimate cardinal sin. You got personal, wrote Cool Oats on the Apex Legends subreddit earlier today. They also said, you as a team of professionals trying to make money got personal. You got personal and decided to insult your player base, calling us asshats and freeloaders. Not a wise move. And another one, we won't forget this. You've set a new tone for the kind of interaction we'll be having with you. It's a cold one. One where there aren't any illusions about the reality of the situation. Previous notions of family are dead. We are mere consumers to you, and that is obvious. So, really bad PR nightmare.
I kind of think he spoke to the opposite. I think you said you guys used to be family and used to have actual real connections with our players, and now it's just this demand
Mm-hmm.
BS.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's already not what it used to be. So it's
Right.
not like I ruined it, you guys ruined it, and I'm just letting you guys know it's not the same.
Yeah.
So to him, he's probably over there thinking, well, that's what I said. So
yeah.
I guess we're on the same page.
Yeah. But I feel like as far as PR goes, this is not good.
Yeah.
That's rough, because even if he feels that way, though, Ryan, I agree with you. Sometimes you just got to bite the bullet as a person in that authority over a company and just not say things like that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just decide it's worth it. Like, that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't want my company to go this direction where we're catering to that customer. And so I'm going to be open with the fact that we're not going to,
Yeah.
It might hurt him. It's not like he didn't step out and do that knowing it wouldn't hurt him. I mean, he knew what he was saying was going to hurt his money, maybe. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it'll be interesting to see what happens to their actual player base. And it's funny, I think that this community is speaking out as one unit, like we're really all together on this. It's funny.
Yeah. Well, in the long run, like I sympathize with what he says. I tend to agree. They work hard, and if you have people just basically shove it back in your face and say, I hate it, or you've done this, you've done that, I get that part of it. But on the other hand, I'm kind of like Hunter here. You're a professional for a reason. And so whenever you're in that situation like that, especially when you're the public figure, to generalize and basically say, your player base is this, da-da-da-da. Unfortunately, I think that's going to hurt even the positive. He was speaking to the negative, toxic people, obviously. Of the community.
That's just the...
But it's going to ripple, and I think that it's going to hurt them.
That's just the pains of leadership. Like that, you know what I'm saying? That's the pains of leadership. Like, not even just in the gaming community or the world or his, company, but when you're in a position like that, you just have to hear everybody else complain, and then you have to find somebody close to you to complain to. That's just how it works. You have to be careful with that stuff. But yeah, I mean, like you said, Ryan, some people just would rather speak their mind and drive it into the ground than go a certain way. And so,
I think he knows he's not going to drive it all the way into the ground either. But I mean, I think the right way to handle it is, hey, look, guys, we're not just going to cater to everything that our customers think they want. We do have a specific plan of the way we want to build things, and we hope you guys enjoy it. You know what I mean? He could have said the same thing without saying those things.
Yeah.
He still made his point clear.
The sad part, though, is Respawn is a part of EA, and EA is the one really backing this whole deal. And we know EA's already got a reputation, so I'm sure EA loves this.
I didn't know Respawn was a part of EA.
Yeah, they're part of EA. So they've Games Radar reached out to Respawn and Electronics Art for comment, and they say they'll update us when they hear back. So, yeah, unfortunately, I think it's going to do more damage to the game than it already looks like what's already been done. To me, I sympathize with what he said, but it is just a public meltdown on the internet of, I'm going to give you people a piece of my mind. And
it's just, you think about it, and the internet and online gaming and all that is so different than what we grew up on even 10 years ago. There was game developers, and we bought the games. I didn't know what was going on at the game developers and what they were thinking and what their plan was next and where they were going with this game. Unless you were like really deep, into gaming and research, it wasn't just like a public thing. There was no public eye, and there wasn't the CEO having a Twitter page. Yeah, you know what I mean? None of that happened. And now it's like everything is just out there, butt cheeks blown in the wind. And it's a whole different. Nobody really knows exactly how to play that game yet.
And you have direct access all the time. Used to.
We've seen big companies make mistakes with the public too. You know what I mean? They'll announce something thinking we're going to be honest and realize, oh crap, that like
There's
Apple when they slowed everybody's phone down. You know what I mean? They thought they were doing the right thing when they let people know what was going on. They're like, oh crap, now we got to send everybody batteries. Yep. Because they think we were trying to do them dirty.
Yep. Or Blizzard, whenever they were like, hey, we're going to announce a Diablo news to our computer base fans of Diablo. We're going to tell them they're getting a mobile game.
It's a mobile phone.
And when they complain about it, we're going to say, don't you guys have phones? So, companies, man. Yep, it's a different era. But hey, it makes good news, which makes a good show, and that's what we're here for.
Yep.
So, with that said, I think we should go ahead and roll into some gadgets and gifts. Go ahead and knock that part out of the way, and then we'll just sail on through with a quiz. And
alrighty.
Are ye scurvy dogs? Where's me loot?
All right, guys, gadgets and gifts. We've done kids' toys and kids' stuff. We've done animal stuff because, that's obviously, that has to do with being a dad and having family and having kids. We've done games because we're a gaming podcast. But last couple episodes, we've talked a little bit about board games and the fact that we play board games too. We haven't got into the board games, but we do have a guy that may start joining us every once in a while when we want to have a board game segment.
Mm-hmm.
And so I thought, why not check out some of the weirdest board games that have been out in the past? Because we tend to do weird things on the gadgets and gifts, unless we're doing current cool gadgets and gifts, which we do that too on like video gaming stuff. Mm-hmm. But today is the board games. Okay, so we're going to start out with the first one. The first one, most of these are older, which is just awesome because the pictures, if you wanted to look them up, just pull up you could just look up the game online if you wanted to. But if you saw the pictures, you'd see that everything is like, kind of that 70s, 80s vibe. It's a completely different look that the people have, which makes the game even funnier. Like, it's not just
so it's name. Like we're going Stranger Things and before.
Yes.
Where we're headed, that kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. On most of them. Not all of them, but most of them are that way, which kind of automatically give them a little bit of a creepiness. Okay, so the first one is called Let's Be Safe, which is a bad name. I mean, you don't really need much after Let's Be Safe. That's a board game I probably don't want to play. But I'm going to read it to you guys because it's good. It says, with all the concern about children's safety, here's something you can do. It says, teach your children about safety and strangers with the fun way, or with safety and strangers the fun way with Milton Bradley's Let's Be Safe. So it's a big brand. Milton Bradley put it out. It says, in the children's safety game, I recommend this game because it's easy and fun. I can't even read today. Because it's easy and fun, and teachers seriously. Oh, that's what it is. Time out, guys. The glasses. You guys are on the audio. I forgot that. Oh, I can see now. I'm sorry. Safety lessons without being scary. It's so important. There's even a parent's guide to help cover major safety issues with your children. Let's be safe. If every family played this game, we'd all feel a lot safer. Whoa, that's a mouthful for a board game. Okay. It says, as a kid, can you think of anything more miserable than playing this game with your family, especially with both your parents? It says, just a sample of one of the cards. This is good. You think the game's bad. The card tells you how bad it is. Okay?
Oh my gosh.
A stranger offers you a ride in his dirty black van. Go back 5 spaces and pick up a therapy card.
Oh no.
That's serious.
Wow, that's rough right there. Uncle Roscoe picked you up in the dirty old van. Yikes.
Another card says, your kite gets stuck in a power line. You lose a limb, lose a turn.
Wow.
Wow.
Rough. What's crazy is it's not some off-brand. It's Milton Bradley. You know what I mean?
This is real, too.
Yeah,
oh, my
it's
gosh.
a real game.
Man, if we had internet back then, Milton Bradley would be roasted.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, the next one is same thing. It's all in the name. It's called Feely Mealy.
No.
It's a picture, and the handwriting is real feminine, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's got like a bunch of hands like grabbing the words Feely Mealy, which seems very sexual to me, right off the bat. And then there's a girl. She's obviously the center of the picture on the board game, and it's like kind of cartoony, super old school art. This one's from 1967.
Okay.
And basically the premise of a game is it's this box with little holes in it that you can't see in. You got to reach in and try to find whatever the item is that you're supposed to find all by feel. and you touch each other's hands inside the box, and it's just a weird game. I mean, it just seems very creepy and very. In the modern day, you wouldn't buy that game. It's too much sexual innuendo with a weird game like that. Okay, and then it says perhaps it was just this person who was writing this article says perhaps it's just my jaded 2014 brain, which is how I feel about it too, kind of. But she said then I saw the version that was made for Japan, and I went right back to no, never would I buy that game. And there's a cover of the Japanese one, and it's just more intense than the American one.
So it's more visual.
Yeah, it's not quite as sexual, but it is very, just really intense. Everybody in the game, it's just a weird looking game.
Intense. So like, find the key amongst the cactuses.
Yeah, I think it's like animals. At least I can tell, or like a car or a jet or.
So what's this
different
box?
Things like that.
What's this box that you stick your? There's guys on the audio podcast. There's a box that literally has a cloth that's like cut into little spots, and you put your hand in.
Yeah, that's why it's called feely mealy. You reach in, you can only find what you're looking for by feel.
Okay.
So you're touching each other's hands, and you're touching the items, and you got to guess the right item and pull it out.
So weird.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
If they made an adult version of that, it would probably actually sell pretty well.
Nowadays, I feel like it would do real good.
Yeah.
You could do like some really like inappropriate, gross things, and I think people would be.
Mm-hmm.
Add it to your box set,
big.
Ryan.
Okay, here's one for you. It's called Group Loop. I'm sure what happened here is Twister came out, and it was so good, and it was all about awkward positions with people, and that came out like in the 60s, 70s when people were kind of, a little more free. And so I think they probably came out with this around the same time because it's 1978. It's called Group Loop, and basically it's these different little strings and harnesses that hook around different places in your body, and then it's going to tell you which way to move and different things like that, just like Twister would, except for you're getting kind of wrapped up in this rope with each other. And it says for ages over 6, it says it's never too early to inculate an appetite for bondage. And so it's very
no.
Yeah. It doesn't say that on the box. That's what the article writer.
Oh, okay. I thought it
literally
said that on the.
No.
I was like, whoa.
On the box it says the wild, wacky game of tangled teams. That's the slogan for the game. It says be the first team tied together to win the game, and win the game.
You know, the guy that made this was like, send in your picks, guys. Send in your picks.
Yeah, just like Twisted.
With his twisted fetish.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got ropes and everything, bro.
This next one I'm just gonna hit real quick because I've got a couple.
Those look like
better
paddles.
ones.
Those don't look like whatever.
Yeah,
that is.
They're like little straps.
Okay. And they designed them to look like paddles. I see where they're going with this. This guy that created this thought he was real smooth. He was like, I'm getting away with one.
You think Twister's good?
Paddles.
He must be calling these straps paddles.
Yeah, it's the straps. The straps look like little paddles. Oh. Yeah. That's what they look like to me.
Next one is called High Gammon, which looks like a spin-off of Backgammon, if you know it back in the day.
How do you spell it for the HIGH-GAMMON. The game is nothing weird. It looks like it's probably like any other game. It's the cover of the game that is hilarious. You've got two people that look like they're probably, in their 30s. One looks like an Indian dude with like the thickest mustache ever. And then the other is like a blonde girl. But then it looks like the two people with them would be like the blonde girl's parents. You know what I mean? Like way older than them too. And they got some cups of wine sitting there. And the little writer on the article here, he said, does her parents have to chaperone so closely? He said it's just an innocent board game, although I do detect an air of sexual tension. And it does have this weird. The picture's weird if you guys pull it up, but that in itself, that game doesn't sound that funny. But I figure I'd mention it to you guys. That's
okay, I think I got one more. Let's see here. Okay, Mr. Bacon's Big Adventure board game.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Mr. Bacon's Big Adventure board game.
Mm-hmm. Take Mr. Bacon on a journey through Meatland where you have to sail across the Sausage Sea and past the Wiener Wasteland to get safely
Wow.
to the Great Frying Pan without ever going. Wait, why are we playing this game again? That's what this guy put on there. And it just looks horrible. Like, it doesn't look entertaining for kids at all. It's really weird. Like little stacks of bologna and a house made of bologna and like some trees with meatballs on it. It's just weird. Like, it's not. I don't know. Anyways, I lied. I got one more, and I can't skip this one. That's for sure.
There's a Baconopoly, just so you know, on Amazon.
You got
nice.
Wiener Wasteland.
Wow.
Okay, I remember you guys probably remember this one, 1992. Don't Wake Daddy. That was a weird one.
Yeah.
You had to sneak out,
That's a weird
grab
one.
your food, and then Daddy just happens to be sleeping next to the fridge in the bed alone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pops up with a little spring loaded. Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Where's the one I was looking for?
That was
It's good.
somewhat.
Hold
That
on.
was somewhat traumatic back in the '90s, really, because we were still at that age where, we were still young. Hunter wasn't even. Were you even born yet, Hunter?
I played that game. Yeah, my dad bought that for me.
Oh, okay.
Don't Wake Daddy. I had that.
Okay,
you still have
honorable
it?
mention.
I don't know.
Honorable mention here. We got Donald Trump the game. That was out in 1988.
That was
The
a
slogan
huge
on
one.
top. The slogan
Oh,
on
it
top
came out
says,
in '88.
"It's not whether you win or lose, but whether you win."
That is so Trump. There you go.
It's Trump
See,
all the
guys,
way.
You think he was? He's never changed. He's been the same guy. You're just
I
now
can see him
noticing
talking
who he
like
is.
this while he's doing it. It's not whether you win or lose.
It's whether you win.
It's a great
It's gonna be
game.
huge.
Lots of people played it. I got friends who played it. It's amazing.
And we got more on terror. Who can put the pants on Freddy first? I'm looking for the big one that was okay. This is the big one.
The
here.
Big Daddy right here.
Okay.
Okay.
It's maybe not the biggest. It's just the last big one.
Okay.
This one's called Capital Punishment. Again,
Okay.
the name says it all. You win this game by getting all 4 of your criminals into life prison death row on the electric chair.
Oh wow.
No, seriously, that's how you win. You beat the opposition by getting their criminals away from the path of justice and back onto the street where they can continue to murder innocent victims.
Hey, this is the closest thing to Grand Theft Auto we had back in those days. Okay.
Yeah,
guys?
1981, Capital
19
Punishment.
Capital Punishment.
Wow.
Yeah, that is good.
That is good.
That's all I got.
Oh, those board games were Capital Punishment.
Yeah.
Those were good games.
Those were though. I want to like buy some of them now and play them, like stream them live.
Yeah.
Let's just
Stream
have a
them
round
live.
table
We
play.
should.
So that's really cool.
Oh yeah,
Well,
Pinky Lee and the Runaway Frankfurters. That game just looks wrong
that sounds wrong.
because it's. Yeah, I know, but it's just
Jackie and Lee
The
wouldn't
Runaway
approve.
Frankfurts? Like hot dogs?
Frankfurters hot dogs. Yeah,
Frankfurters
it shows 2 hot dogs running on the cover from a guy that looks like Inspector Gadget.
Okay. So he's gonna eat them. He's gonna munch on them.
Munch them Frankfurters.
Yep.
They're trying to get to the, what was it? What was the other game? The hot dog forest or something like that.
Oh, the bacon,
yeah.
the Weenie Wasteland.
Yeah,
Weenie Wasteland.
Weenie Wasteland. I want to play that game. We'll eat bacon
I don't even
and
know-
play that game.
What's it called? Weenie Wasteland, or you guys just coined that? Let me
No,
see.
it was Mr. Bacon's Big Adventure, but you go through
No,
the
I know,
Weenie
no.
Wasteland.
No, you
It's
said
part of the
it in your
description.
thing.
Like you travel through and you end up going through the Weenie Wasteland.
That's what.
Is
Is that what he said though?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was Wiener. It was worse.
Oh, Weenie
Yeah,
Wasteland.
it's Wiener Wasteland. It's
Okay.
not like, you know what I mean? It's not dumbed down a little bit.
Or in your case, Vienna sausage. All right.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry, I couldn't help it, guys. Woo.
It's okay. I got a little Asian in me.
Oh yeah! Wow! Oh wow!
No comment on that.
Wow!
He went there. All right. Well, with that said, I think it's time to compete one-on-one, mano-a-mano. It's time to do some Easter eggs.
That's right.
All right.
These Easter eggs are always just me and Clint. Well,
I
it's
know.
always just 2 of us. Whoever's doing the other one, I guess. But you're the
Yeah.
only one that's done Easter egg.
Yeah, it's
right.
kind of his thing.
I've done trivia, but
It's
never
right.
Easter egg.
You have to put a lot
Yeah.
of time into it. You have to sit and watch videos, find Easter eggs.
Right.
It's
I like
a little-
I like the fact that I don't have to do it then. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't have
That's
that kind
what
of
I'm
time. Usually by the time we're planning a show, we don't have time to do all that.
Wow. Wow.
That's why he's doing it.
I don't have time anymore either. This is going to be the last Easter egg pulling your leg.
Right.
Oh, did it tear you up a little bit? You look kind of tired, so.
He's got a brand new baby still.
Yeah.
It's all right. I got 2 of them.
You don't have a son at all, not even one.
You don't have one son.
In a world of Easter eggs and cheats, it's time for what they don't want you to know.
Hey guys, it's time for that big old trivia. And I feel kind of bad. I was giving Hunter a hard time about Rhett. But, my kid, she just sleeps through a bottle, She's completely opposite of what my daughter Claire was. Annalise will skip bottles or just eat 3 ounces and be good. Claire never missed a bottle. She always ate the full bottle. Like, she's just an eating machine. Annalise, she's just like, I'm good.
Rhett's he's a pretty good eating machine too.
Is he?
Yeah, he is. He's attached to Mom right now, so.
That makes it hard. It does.
Yeah.
It gets better though once they start eating the I feel like it got better once they started eating the soft foods. Like help more with it,
Doing the daddy dance, trying to get him to calm down, and then sometimes there's just nothing I can do. I do it all, and I'm like.
Yep. Sometimes they just want to let loose.
They just want some milk.
Well, if that's what they want, Dad can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
Right.
There are actually some tribes, because men have considered why do men have nipples, right? There are actually some tribes that they have found out that the men actually use their nipples as a pacifier because the women are the gatherers, and so if they were out, the men in those tribes would have more elongated nipples, kind of more like a woman would who breastfeeds and things like that, and they just pop that baby right on the boob, and obviously they didn't produce milk, but it was like the old school pacifier.
Maybe that's another reason why babies don't have teeth, because you don't want to get hair caught in your teeth,
Or you don't want them to bite your nipple off, Clinton.
Well, that too, but I'm thinking more of like, I could just imagine Rhett gnawing on your nipple. He'd just be like smothered by your hair. So it's a good thing.
Pretty rough.
It's a good thing we waxed that one nipple.
Not anymore, because I got a clean shaven nipple over here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, boy.
So what do you got for us, Hunter? We're ready. I'm ready to take out Ryan yet again. Let's do it.
We got some Easter eggs. So,
I like Easter eggs.
Are you guys ready? You guys ready to dive into these Easter eggs?
I'm ready.
I was born ready, son.
Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, so let's get it started.
Someone gonna keep tabs? Someone keeping score?
I will. I can keep score.
Yeah, he's got to keep score because I'm in competition mode. It's time to.
Yeah, you're not trustworthy, anyways.
Oh, I'm not.
No.
Yeah, not at all.
We've determined that.
They always say I cheat because I'm superior.
In fact, it should have been your nipple that was waxed. I think you cheated that night. All right.
There's not much to wax. You wouldn't have fun. Like, I'm less hairy than Ryan. Like, I think I got like 1 or 2 hairs.
Spots.
All my hair's on top of my head. Everywhere else is.
Would have had to wax that butt cheek.
Okay, here's how it's going to work. I'm going to ask you if it's an Easter egg or if I'm pulling your leg. If you get it right, I'm going to tally you up with a tally. Whoop. And whoever has the most at the end wins. Okay?
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right, you guys ready for the first one?
I am born ready, son.
Okay. Is this an Easter egg or am I pulling your leg? In GTA San Andreas, if you sit on the certain side of a mountain facing the tall pinewood forest and wait till 2 a.m. in game time, you can spot Bigfoot running through the woods. Is this an Easter egg or am I pulling your leg?
I got my answer.
I'm ready.
Okay.
I say.
Give it to me on the count of 3, boys. 1, 2, 3.
Pull my leg.
Easter egg. Ooh.
Pulling my leg and Easter egg. Ooh. So, Ryan, you said Easter egg?
Yep.
Well, I have to give it to Clinton because that was fake. I was pulling your leg.
Oh, there you go. I think they made a mod. Like, later on, they did, like, a PC mod where he is there, but...
Yeah, they made some mod. And then the new GTA 5, they did, like, a Easter egg that like nods to that as a joke.
Oh yeah.
Where you find Bigfoot, but then it's a guy in a suit. Like.
Gotcha.
So.
It's good.
All right, so
can't win them all, Ryan. Can't win them all, buddy.
That's right. Let's
no,
go on to
I
the
like
next
to give you a lead in the beginning.
He likes to dangle the carrot.
Okay.
All right, so in Super Smash Bros. Melee, if you beat the game in a certain amount of time, you can unlock a super speedy duo. You can unlock Sonic and Knuckles. Is this an Easter egg, or am I pulling your leg?
In what way? What way?
In Super Smash Bros. Melee. If you
Super
beat
Smash Bros. Okay.
You know, it's not really like it's not a beatable game, but there's the...
Is that just a Melee version of Super Smash Bros?
It was earlier. It was on GameCube.
Okay.
So yes, it's Melee. And they had like the current one does, they have almost like a story mode where you play through and beat all the characters. If you beat it in a certain amount of time, under a marked time, you can unlock Sonic the Hedgehog and Knuckles. Is that an Easter egg, or am I pulling your leg?
Alright, I got it.
Alright, give me it on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Pull my leg.
Easter egg.
Pulling my leg, Easter egg.
Mm-hmm. That's what you're getting from me.
Clinton's pulling away because that was another fake one.
Dang.
Hey, I almost said Easter egg because on Game Boy, or not Game Boy, GameCube, I had the original GameCube when it came out, and they had a Sonic game. Sonic the Hedgehog was on there, and it was like a 3D game. So that's why I almost bit, but then I was like, wait a minute. That's just Nintendo just letting them put the game on there. That doesn't mean that they were actually associated, character-wise. So,
right.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's
but doesn't Super Smash Bros. Have characters that aren't all just Nintendo? Doesn't it pull from different places? If I remember right.
It has some. They have Snake on there, which is a PS2 game.
Yeah, they pull a variety. That's why I believe
But
it.
I think maybe Nintendo bought them later, or something like that. I don't remember.
I don't think they had the rights to old Sonic.
All right, you guys ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
Dang it.
Mm-hmm.
Really dangling that carrot out there for him, Ryan.
Yep.
Gotta pull it back in now.
Yep.
So, in Metal Gear Solid, we're just talking about Snake. In Metal Gear Solid, when fighting Psycho Mantis, he will tell you the games that you enjoy playing in real life and mess with your controller while you're fighting him. Is this an Easter egg, or am I pulling your leg? So if you didn't get that, what I'm saying is there's a boss battle in Metal Gear Solid. The guy's name is Psycho Mantis. And while you're fighting him, he starts doing some funky things to your controller. Mm-hmm. And he is able to read your mind, apparently, and tell you the games that you like to play in real life. Is that an Easter egg, or am I pulling your leg?
Now, this was audio, right? Like he audibly says these things?
What do you mean by that? Yeah, like while he's fighting you, he says the games. Like, I see that you like to play this, and I see that you like this, and it actually,
Ryan's really deep in thought. I got it, though.
He is. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the controller thing that's throwing me off. I've never had a game ever in my life make my buttons not work right. I don't know if that's possible.
If it helps you any out, this was released on PlayStation.
Yep.
The very first PlayStation.
Very first one. Generation 1. That's the first PlayStation, if you didn't know, Ryan. The very first. Mm-hmm. You seem real concerned.
I'm ready.
Okay. He is. He doesn't want to fall 3 back behind.
He doesn't.
All right, so give it to me on the count of 3, boys. 1, 2, 3.
Easter egg.
Easter egg.
Easter egg from both of you. Congratulations, you both got a point.
Yeah.
That is true. It's an Easter egg.
Hey, I thought he shut your computer down, or I thought he did a deal where it like restarted the game too.
No, he what it does is it's not your computer because it's a PlayStation game, but your controller would stop working, and funky stuff would start happening, and you just stop running, and nothing was working. Well, you'd actually have to take out the controller from the port 1 and put it in the player 2 port and to continue fighting.
Trick him, okay.
Because that's
they disabled
the basic thing they could do is they would disable the first port and make you plug into the second port to play the game.
Okay.
But it wouldn't come up on there and say controller disconnected or anything.
So how many people just never beat him, I wonder? Just thought the game was glitched.
They probably just had to look it up or something. I don't know.
No, Hunter, back then you didn't look things up, bro.
Yeah, they had the books.
These things weren't posted. You had to either get the guides.
You'd go buy the guides, or you had some playground talk. So
yeah. Guess that's
right.
Sounded bad.
Yeah, it did kind of sound bad.
That
but
did sound bad.
Get your mind
Not
out
as
together.
bad as McFeely's
Fillikers
and the bacon washed cleaner.
All right.
So
2-1.
Here we go. That's right. 3-1 actually, because Clinton got that one right.
Yeah, 3-1.
I know, just trying to slide it.
That was a real good try, buddy.
In a castle in the Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, if you peer through a specific window, you can see a portrait hanging of Mario. Is this an Easter egg, or am I pulling your leg?
I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Easter egg.
Easter egg. You're a dirty dog.
You guys are right. It is an Easter egg.
Of course we're right, Hunter. Of course we're right.
You're right. I think you guys are coming out of the gate better than usual today.
Yeah, I'm only beating Ryan by 2.
At least Clinton is. He must be looking it up on his phone over there.
My hands are free. Wow. They just love calling me a cheater.
You guys ready for the next one?
Yeah.
I'm ready.
In the original Mortal Kombat, you can enter a code to unlock Blood Mode. Blood Mode would make fighting and fatalities much more gruesome.
Okay.
Is this an Easter egg, or am I pulling your leg?
I'm ready. Stone Cold Killer over here.
Are you ready? Is that you? If I'm on there?
No.
Nope, you're over there.
It's always the opposite of what you think.
You ready, man?
I'm ready, dog. All right.
I'm ready.
All right, give it to me. 3, 2, 1.
Easter egg.
Easter egg.
Easter egg. You guys are both wrong. That is not an Easter egg.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, but you know what? It at least keeps us the same.
That's right.
I know, that was my chance to switch it up.
42.
I do remember a code like that. Maybe it just changes only the fatality or something like that, but there was a way to make it something more bloody. I do remember that.
This was a huge myth going around the time the game came out. Everybody was saying, no, there's a cheat code. There's a cheat code you can put in and it makes the game more bloody. Well, if you remember, Mortal Kombat was already
bloody.
I mean, it was gory, and it caused a lot of people to be upset towards, gaming and violence, and they were saying this is too gory for people to be playing on the on the PlayStation or whatever it was.
Right.
So it kind of got debunked. They're like, no, there's no code to make it more gory. It's gory enough.
Well, when you rip a guy's head off and there's a spine dangling. Back then, that was like, you only saw that in the B flick horror movies.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, here we go, boys. Ryan, there's still hope. You got to get your game on
there
here.
is. I'm still going to win.
Maybe
doubt.
not, though, because you didn't know who Master Chief was. But we'll go here. In Halo 2, when going through a tunnel to advance to the next stage, you can blast open a blast door with a grenade, and inside you'll find a golden warthog. Is this an Easter egg, or am I pulling your leg? Now, let me explain, Ryan, before you give me your answer. If you've never, you may know this, you may not, but just with your past knowledge of Halo, I thought I should explain.
I love it.
Wow.
This isn't like a warthog like Puma from Lion King. There's a vehicle called a warthog in the game of Halo that you drive. It looks like a Jeep.
Yep.
Okay? So it's not a shrine.
It's not a shrine to Puma. I love Ryan's face too. He's like, wow.
It's not a golden warthog statue. It's a golden Jeep.
I don't think I didn't know who Master Chief was. There was something else going on.
It's Chief, not Chief.
Master
Chief.
Not Chef,
and I read it. I read it Chef or something, And then that's what threw everything off, because I do know who that is.
Okay.
You knew what a warthog was then?
Yes.
Are you
Okay.
sure?
I mean, I knew about the one in Lion King.
What's the...
So you may know...
So you know what the Banshee is?
What a warthog is.
The Banshee's the bigger one.
A ghost.
Mm-hmm.
You know all these that I'm talking about?
Sure.
The Banshee
Nope, I don't
flies
know
around.
I don't know the ghost.
The Banshee's the flying
exists.
one.
The ghost hovers on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you may know your Halo, but do you know this? Is this an Easter egg, or am I pulling your leg?
Yeah.
I know this one.
Okay.
Okay.
With confidence.
Clinton,
he
are
knows
you
this
ready?
one. Yeah, I'm ready.
3, 2, 1.
Pull my leg.
Easter egg.
Oh, we're split. Clinton, you said.
Pull my leg.
Ryan, you said Easter egg, and I'm sorry, it was Clinton again with the win.
Oh my god.
5-2.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, no.
man. Jeez, this is like watching a weenie dog try to swim.
Watching a weenie dog.
Get it,
I've
Ryan?
never
Because they
seen
got
that.
short little legs and they're just really working.
Wow.
Yeah.
I get it.
Wow.
Not as much pedaling power. I
They
thought
got big paws, though.
All right, you guys ready for this next one
that's
here?
more of a hound dog, not so much a
I'm ready.
dachshund.
In Call of Duty, Black Ops.
Black Ops.
Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on the map Nuketown. You
Okay.
can find an old-style TV hooked up to an Atari, equipped with several playable Atari games. Is this an Easter egg, or am I pulling your leg?
Several playable.
Yeah. You can play the Atari games on this TV.
And this is
On
in,
Black Ops 2?
On Black Ops 2.
We played a lot of Black
On the
Ops
map
2.
Nuketown.
On
Yeah.
Nuketown.
Okay, I got my answer.
Okay.
When I think why Ryan's trying to figure out his answer. When I think of Nuketown, like when I hear it, I always want a Coca-Cola. Is that because of Fallout? Because of Nuka-Cola?
Nuke-Cola? Yeah,
You think?
probably.
Because every time I hear Nuketown, I'm like, I want a Coke.
So you guys played a lot of Black Ops 2 or just Black Ops?
Black Ops 2.
Black Ops 2. Yeah.
We had a group and we played.
Now Nuketown
Pirates
didn't start
and-
off in Black Ops 2, did it? It just kept being. It was from a different one, from an earlier one.
They continued to.
Yeah,
Black Ops 3 came out and it was on
Was
that one too.
Nuketown all the way back in Modern Warfare 3? Is that where Nuketown came? You may remember?
I don't remember
I
that.
don't remember.
I know it was like people's favorite map, so it stayed around in future games.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I played it the most probably in Black Ops 2 though, because it was a really popular map in Black Ops 2.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Killed a lot of
And it was
noobs.
always so intense and busy that there's no way you're going to sit down and play an Atari game. Doesn't mean it's not there. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, Ryan would know because he was over in the corner camping. Just sitting in one spot.
Well, that means I was in the room seeing all the TVs really good because I always stayed in the corners.
Is that what it was? I thought you
I
were
probably had time to play.
I thought you were watching the door, making sure no
Yeah.
one came in, just over there shaking.
I use my peripherals.
It sounds to me like Ryan believes this is a real one because he said
Yeah, he's
he's
leaning.
talking.
He's
Yeah.
leaning. All right, I got my answer. Still waiting on
All
you,
right.
Ryan.
Man, that's a hard one. I'm taking my time thinking for a second. I'm sorry. 'Cause I'm already just getting wasted. What am I down? 3 points now?
It's 5-2.
Yeah. So yeah, you're down 3.
Yeah. Okay. I'm ready.
Bring the onslaught. Let's do it.
3, 2, 1.
Easter egg.
Not Easter egg. Pull my leg.
Not
Wow.
Easter egg.
Not Easter egg. I couldn't think of the
Well,
pull my leg part.
Shame on you, Clinton, and there's karma there because Ryan's right. That is
What?
an Easter egg.
Now I want to go back and play Call of Duty. 2.
Black Ops 2.
I didn't know it was playable though. Are you sure it's playable?
Yep.
What-
That's what it said.
What games is it?
It's a multitude of Atari games.
Oh, so you can't give me the list of games. I got you.
No.
I see where this game's going.
Ruffa, stop
Yep.
it. My dog's trying to climb up all underneath me. I'm sorry, guys.
All right, here we go. In Super Mario Bros. At the end of the level, you can jump high enough to clear the flagpole, and you may find some goodies on the other side of it. Is this an Easter egg, or am I pulling your leg?
I'm
ready.
This is getting harder.
You guys both got the
I'm
snake
ready.
face on this one.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm ready.
I'm good.
Born ready on this
All
one.
All right. Give it to me in 3, 2, 1.
Easter egg.
Easter egg.
Man. You guys are both wrong on that one.
Dang.
You know what I was thinking of? The tunnel. Jump in the tunnel.
Yeah.
Running the roofs on the tunnel.
Dang.
I was like, you know what?
All right,
You know what? I was like, you know what? I know Ryan will go for it, and I'm not 100% sure, so I'll just go with Ryan.
There is, on the third world, third level, you can accidentally clear the map or the flag, but you cannot. There's nothing there. It's not an Easter egg. It's just like you broke.
Because I remember clearing a flag. I just couldn't remember if there was anything past it. That's why I was confident on that.
No,
yeah.
nothing.
I didn't know what kind of goods you get. You just had mushroom or
back on it.
Fire flower. That'd be about it.
Yeah, or you just win and get peach right away. That'd be sweet, huh?
That would be sweet.
All right, so let's move on to the next. And
just so you guys know, my daughter just suddenly is addicted to Minecraft, right? Like she's been playing Roblox for a long time, so she's finally got the controls down for gaming more.
Mm-hmm.
So I went ahead and got Minecraft for her, and it's like the first day I got it, she literally played it like 14 hours. Like all day she played Minecraft. And then I was like, okay, well, that's not going to happen every day. It was just special,
Right.
because you got it. So we've had to regulate it.
Like dial it back a little bit.
I thought it was weird that I do things like that on games, and she just sucked right in. But a lot of imagination and good stuff. Anyways, I got kind of bored with it kind of quick because she only likes to play creative mode.
Oh, so there's no risk, no nothing. Just,
right,
hey,
yeah. Even the survival mode is kind of, it's either tough or maybe a little boring for her. So it's kind of like, so we got, what's it called? Legos Marvel Superheroes.
Bomb.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured you'd love it when you told me about it.
She has to take breaks. And Dad, we got to pause it. We got to calm down. I didn't know this was going to be so intense. And it's just because she's just so worked up because she's never played combat games before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's pretty
that's
good.
Awesome. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's cute. All right, on to the next one.
I just trying to throw Clint off of his game.
Yeah.
Nah,
Duke Nukem. Duke Nukem.
Yeah.
3D.
Oh, yeah.
If you beat the game on hard mode, killing every character that is possible to kill, then you can play as Doom Guy, which is, of course, the Doom Marine from the Doom franchise. Is this an Easter egg, or am I pulling your leg?
What do you think?
That's a good one. Ryan's got some distractions going down today. I got my answer, though. I'm ready. I'm here. I'm focused. I got my answer.
You ready, Ryan?
He does not have his answer.
You need a repeat or
anything? He is falling apart tonight. I love it.
I'm down by 2, so it's important. I got a chance at winning here. If we go... Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
All right. Give it to me in 3, 2, 1.
Easter egg.
Pulling my leg.
Ooh. Ryan,
every time we split, I'm wrong. Did I get it?
Hope because you got it right.
Oh!
Yes. It is now 4-5. You have plenty of time to come back and win this.
I like it.
We got a couple more here.
Strap your boots on, folks. This thing's getting intense.
That's right. In Star Wars, The Force Unleashed.
Okay.
On the Imperial level.
Hold on, the Forced?
The Force.
Oh, okay. I thought it was the Forced Unleashed.
In Star Wars, The Force Unleashed, on the Imperial level, you can find many Star Wars characters frozen in carbonite, including the famous Jar Jar Binks. Is this an Easter egg, or am I pulling your leg?
Leg. You notice he threw that in there? Leg. He's giving you a hint. I see this cheating going on. Texting and all that jazz.
Oh,
I've
really?
got it. I'm here. I'm ready. Locked and loaded. Me and Doom Guy are ready.
Ryan's over there trying to count cards. Like the one before was this.
Yeah, I do.
Statistically,
I do. I try to catch a rhythm.
You don't know that I could have done 2 that were fake, and
you have done. Yeah, you're good at not keeping some kind of good rhythm.
He is good at that.
But I still think about it.
He thinks about it night and day.
I'm ready.
Spreads his wings and
give it to me in 3, 2, 1.
Easter egg.
Easter egg.
You guys are both right.
Uh-huh.
And here's the deal. Clinton's at 6. Ryan is at 5. I have one more left to talk about.
Oh, no.
So
all he can do is tie it up.
You usually have more than that.
I have a tiebreaker.
After this?
Okay.
After this.
Okay.
So if Ryan ties this up, we go to the tiebreaker.
Okay.
Okay.
If he doesn't, boo-boo, Clinton wins. We'll do the tiebreaker for fun.
Okay.
All right. So, in the game Dead Island.
Ooh, we played some Dead Island together. All right. That guy.
In the middle of the jungle, you can fight a familiar-looking zombie. You can fight Jason from Friday the 13th. Is this an Easter egg? Or am I pulling your leg?
Oh, you suck if you made this up, Hunter. You suck. I'm ready,
Come
though.
on.
I'm ready.
You got to
Make it
answer something
interesting.
different, or it won't be interesting.
Yeah, we do. I'm not telling you what I'm going to answer, though, so you just going to have to figure
I'm
that
not
one
changing
out.
my answer.
I'm not changing my answer.
All right,
I've
this
got
one's
a
worth
lot
2
ready.
for me. If I get it right, 1 for Clint. Good.
What
Sounds
a,
good.
What a, good try.
All
man.
right. Give it to me in 3, 2, 1.
Pulling my leg.
Easter egg. Oh.
Oh.
We just made it interesting, boys, because Ryan got that right.
No!
Boy!
Jason is in
Yes.
Dead Island? Oh,
Yes.
that is...
I love
He
it.
is. And in all terms, Jason is kind of like a zombie. Am I right? He died and came back to life. It's this weird...
Not only
like,
that,
swamp
there's a lot of
monster.
weird-looking characters like Jason in Dead Island. It's not like your normal zombies. You know what I mean?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, but that's not why
Ryan's
you got
got
it, Ryan. That's not why you got
That's
it.
why I guessed it.
We are tied. What a night of Easter egg or pulling your leg. Unfortunately, this last one probably isn't too friendly for Ryan.
Oh.
As
Might not be
it's
friendly
about-
for me.
As it's about an Assassin's Creed game. So,
Which I've never played
In-
one, so it's a complete
Yeah.
guess.
in Assassin's Creed 3... Clinton, what are you doing on the live stream?
Sorry, Ryan's screen went whoop, all crazy.
Yeah, it just
Had
went
to-
boom back behind me.
Yeah.
All right, in Assassin's Creed 3, which is the Revolution one, if you guys didn't know that, it's the one where he's like the Revolutionary War.
Right, yeah.
On the Davenport homestead, you can stumble across a turkey dressed up as an Assassin's Creed character. Is this an Easter egg, or am I pulling your leg?
Oh, that's a good one.
For all the marvels, we made it interesting tonight. Tied at 6-6. What's it gonna be?
I'm nervous.
Me too.
Legitimately nervous. Stretch out the old back
Your
here.
jive turkey's ready.
Yeah, I'm ready.
No, I'm not. I'm not ready.
He's not ready to commit. He's scared. Yep, he's scared. I love it.
Okay.
You just gotta feel
I'm
it.
ready.
Ryan.
He feels like a
I'm ready.
turkey. Here we go.
3, 2, 1.
Easter egg.
Pulling my leg. Ooh. There's going to be a winner here.
Yep, there's gonna be a winner. I don't know that it's gonna be me, Hunter.
By Hunter's
The
laugh,
winner-
it's me, I think.
Is Clinton.
Oh!
It's-
Oh,
That was good,
That
because
was
your
good.
reaction said it was me, so that's dirty.
Yeah.
I got excited.
No,
That was really good.
That's real. There was a turkey that walks around some of the grave area of the homestead
That's-
and has a
that's so-
hood.
That's so unfitting for Assassin's Creed.
you wouldn't
Yeah,
know you never
Turkey
played
dressed
it.
up.
You wouldn't know you never played it. Hey, but you know what you have played? Easter egg and pull my leg, and you've lost every one of them.
No, I haven't.
I love you, but today I just wanted to dangle the carrot and let you come along with me.
Wow.
And
Hey,
then-
that was probably the best one we've had yet.
Yeah, it's
Making it
stressful.
down to
It was a
the
good one.
wire.
You got me
Ryan
sweating.
had to come back.
Thought I had it.
Man, I was just hoping, and if we tied that, I would have found another
My gut said Easter egg too, and I just said nah.
Man.
Oh goodness.
You got to start going with your gut.
Yeah,
bro.
you do. You
But
do,
I felt
bro.
like it needed to be divided. It was the tiebreaker.
Yes.
Yeah,
I guess I could have kept it together and then got another one.
I
you
would
know?
have got. Yeah, I would have got another tiebreaker.
Hey,
I
but at
would've
least
had
we
to.
actually went to the tiebreaker and made it worth it.
Yeah, that was
something.
good. That was a good segment.
That was really good.
That was a good segment.
That was really good. Hey, Ryan, in all seriousness, it was a good game. Thanks for the competition. Got my heart rate up a little bit. It was good. I lost a little bit of weight, I think.
Clinton got lucky.
Well, you know. I got lucky 3 times.
Actually, what happened is in the beginning, Clint actually knew quite a few of them. Like, oh, yeah, I remember when I was playing that game.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? For me, it's guesswork the whole way. Like, I'm a fake gamer. I don't really know anything.
We love it, though. That's, you know.
Hey, one week, one of you guys need to do this. Like, get the material, and I bet I'll be pretty good at it since I've been doing this segment for a couple weeks.
I just need to be like, hey, we're doing this like a week before, and then we can.
Yeah, but you've probably come across a bunch you haven't used, so you just loaded with Easter eggs in your head. It's almost like cheating.
Yeah, Hunter is the guy that just sits around and watches.
He said, "Yeah, maybe."
I don't know if I'd remember though. You know?
Yeah.
But
Hunter's said out loud.
Hunter's the guy for fun. He watches Easter egg stuff.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
At
just sits there and watches 2
I'm
hours
taking a dump. I'm gonna watch this here Easter egg video. Here we go.
Mm-hmm. Bro, check it out, bro. Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, that's a good one.
In Japan, you've got this special thing where he drives down the tunnel, and then when he looks all the way to the end of the tunnel, it looks like a butthole. You remember that?
And then,
what the freak?
Bruce Lee's over there smiling at you, winking. Beautiful.
You guys are crazy.
We are crazy.
I literally have not watched.
Oh yeah, see, he paused.
Easter egg videos as when I started doing this podcast because you wanted me to come back with so many of them.
Well, I'm sure you stepped it. I'm sure you stepped it up a little bit, but I'm just saying, you were that guy before. Like, hey, bro, did you see the thing with the thing and the guys in the morning podcast and the thing, and they eat eggs and things on the thing and the competition? Yeah.
Clint's kind of that way with mods, though. Bro, did you guys see the Tungsten Chain mod? You know, he definitely. Hey, did you guys see the mod where they were doing Smash Brothers on Overwatch? You see that, bro?
Did you see the nude mod on Skyrim? Yeah, it was totally sweet.
Mm-hmm. I'm the guy over here. Hey, I don't even get to play any games. I just act like I'm a gamer.
Hey, my daughter plays Minecraft.
Hey guys, I'm here to report. I didn't play, but my daughter did. 14 hours. Done.
Right.
So now we're going to report about my daughter's gaming because I get nothing.
The entire time I was working on a bathroom.
I remodeled.
I'm not talking about pooping.
That's okay though. It's okay. You'll get there one day, little Padawan learner.
Your work's almost looking good.
Yep, it is.
Yeah, he's been working hard. Hey, this weekend, Saturday, in Oklahoma City, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Oklahoma City, 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Be there.
MiracleCon 2019. Be there.
This is the gaming convention
for
helping young
cancer.
people with illnesses.
Yeah,
is it just cancer? I thought it was more than cancer.
You would ask me that.
Not that cancer. Not that cancer isn't enough. I just
is it just cancer?
Yeah,
is it
just cancer? That's it.
The place where they just talk about cancer. Let me look at the link here. I'll tell you more about it.
I could see some people be mad. Really, you're going to do a convention that's about games and goofing off and having fun, and it's for cancer? I mean, those things are opposites. Yeah, they're raising money for your kids that have cancer. Get over yourselves. God.
Yeah. Some of us have celiac disease. There's no cure.
Yeah. Some of us have morbid obesity.
Cure for cancer, but
no cure.
Morbid obesity. I like how Ryan throws his own health issues in there. Okay. So here we go. It's loading. My internet's being super slow since we're streaming. So give me 5 seconds.
Some of us have, what's it called? Testicular betwinlegs?
Betwinlegs? What's that?
That's where you have balls that are too big between your legs.
Oh, elephantitis.
Betwinlegs.
Betwinlegs. Yeah.
Wow.
I've seen them size of grapefruits for reals. Okay.
Okay. That's enough of that.
Well, I mean, it's a condition. We're not being dirty about it.
I know.
Oh, you're actually looking up the GameCon thing. Or what's it called? What's it called? What's it called? MiracleCon.
MiracleCon.
Yes, I'm trying to go. I'm remodeling this week, but I'm going to try to be there.
It's from evenbright.com. The charity gaming convention. It's going towards it is Children's Hospital Foundation, helping 6 kids right here in Oklahoma.
All of them.
So if you're in the Oklahoma area, get it done. Okay.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So
we'll be there. networking, passing out cards.
I like how he says we'll be there. Ryan's a maybe right now. I can't get up.
No, in my head, I'm going to be there. Like right now,
are you guys going in the morning or when?
Yeah, we're leaving 7 in the morning.
See, even Clint said wait. See, I'm there.
Look at Ryan's face. 7 in the morning. We're going at 7 because it starts at 9, so I want to just make sure we get there early enough.
Are we gonna do something?
It's up by OU Medical. The OU Medical.
I mean, just paying to get in actually goes towards the thing.
Right.
So just going
helps.
But are we going to do anything specific that we've thought about maybe to contribute to the thing at all? Or I mean, we haven't talked about that, but
we haven't. But they have. I know they have some gaming stuff you can go do. Like there's gaming products we can do. So we might buy. Buy something for the show to give out, or something
that'll go towards.
They're gonna have gaming vendors up there, so I figure we go up and talk to them and.
We're gonna network too. Obviously, we're not just completely unselfish. It's for us too, but we care about the kids.
Yeah, and there's some tournaments going down up there, so that's gonna be pretty sweet.
Yeah, it'll be cool.
Check that out. It's gonna have gaming on Xbox, Nintendo Switch, PlayStation, and PC. Tournaments with cash prizes for Super Smash Brothers and Apex Legends. There's going to be VR gaming, which we will definitely jump on. I'm definitely all down for getting sick. There's going to be retro arcade cabinets that are free. There's going to be a cosplay competition, so we get to see some sweet action stuff. And if there's some, risque stuff, we're not going to tell our wives. Oh, there's a board game lounge.
There's not going to be anything risque. This is for kids that are sick.
That's true, but you never know.
Come on.
You never know.
They don't just have cancer.
There's a board game lounge and a kids gaming area. So, there you go.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm in. I hope I can make it.
Prizes,
I told my wife
after work.
I told my wife that I think I'm going to make it on Friday, even with all this remodel I'm behind on. And she said, "You must be staying delirious."
Wow. That was a good sign off try. We weren't done yet.
Oh, I didn't know we weren't done. Okay. I thought we were. I waited till we did the whole thing about
right. That was really smooth.
It was. Forgive me.
It was so smooth I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Just let me know when we are.
Okay.
I'll just do it again.
You want me to just wink at you on here?
No. Just go ahead. Okay. What else are we talking about? What else are we saying?
We're going to talk about the contest. Just make sure you go on, do your task list, get it done, so you can get some a chance at winning the free kicker.
Just so you guys understand, you can enter both ways. So each person can enter twice. You can do a review on iTunes, rate review, entered.
Mm-hmm.
You can subscribe or sign up on our sign up page on our website for the email list, entered.
Yep.
So that's one person, 2 entries.
Yep. Actually, 3 entries because you're gonna get 1 entry for doing the sign up through the email, and when you do the review on iTunes, you get a +2 because that's more. You're actually
that one's worth 2.
Yep.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay.
So go do that, guys. It's not spam, just so you know. It may look like spam because it takes you to gleam.io, but that's the site we're using to run the podcast or run the contest.
To make sure it's all legit.
Right. And if you want to support the show financially, you can always go to Patreon. That's a website set up for a subscription-based model if you want to donate any money to help donate to the show. Later on, we plan on doing gifts and things with that and special content that goes with Patreon, but I don't want to harp too much on it. But
Patreon. Give us your money.
Yes.
We'll put it in our pockets.
We'll put it towards the subscriptions that we have, like the
in our pockets.
Website, domain. That's going to go in and right out, just like, the rest of my bills.
Yeah. Right.
It's great. It's good. All right, well. We are delirious.
Stay delirious.
Now you got to do that because you're laughing.
You talked in my thing.
Sorry.
You just boomed your mic.
I did.
Hey guys, stay delirious.
Stay dadding.
Stay gaming. This has been a Delirious Dads production. For more information about the show, visit our website at www.delirious.com. DeliciousDadsGaming.com. You can also find us on Facebook.com/DeliciousDadsGaming, Twitch.tv, and YouTube. Make sure you like and share our pages to help us grow the channel. You can listen to the podcast on iTunes, Google Play, Stitcher, and Spotify. Please leave a rating and review if you enjoy the show. Thank you again for listening, and we hope to see you